In this video, we shall learn all about the deserts. Well, what is a desert? A desert is a barren area of landscape where little precipitation occurs and consequently living conditions are hostile for plant and animal life. If we see a broad classification of deserts, we can classify them as tropical deserts, temperate deserts, coastal deserts, and polar deserts. A tropical desert is an environment of extremes. It is the driest and the hottest place on earth. Rainfall is irregular, and in some years, no measurable precipitation falls at all. The terribly dry conditions of the deserts is due to the year round influence of subtropical high pressure continentality. In the hot seasons, the high mean monthly temperature is around 29 degrees Celsius, whereas during the cool seasons, temperatures can be as low as 10 degrees Celsius. Daytime temperatures can rise to 45 degrees Celsius or more, whereas the night temperature can drop to as low as 5 degrees Celsius. Annual temperature range is very high and it can reach 26 degrees Celsius. Next one is the temperate desert. The temperate deserts are rainless because of either continentality or rain shadow effect. For example, the Gobi Desert is formed due to continentality and Patagonian Desert due to rain shadow effect. Among the mid-latitude deserts, many are found on plateau and are at a considerable distance from the sea. Then comes the coastal deserts. Coastal deserts generally are found on the western edge of the continents near the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. They are affected by cold ocean currents that parallel the coasts. Because local wind systems dominate the trade winds, these deserts are less stable than other deserts. Winter fogs produced by upwelling cold currents frequently blanket coastal deserts and block solar radiations. In polar deserts, the annual precipitation is less than 250 millimeters and a mean temperature during the warmest month of less than 10 degrees Celsius. Polar deserts on the earth cover nearly 5 million square kilometers and are mostly bedrock or gravel plains. Snow dunes occur commonly in areas where precipitation is locally more abundant. Temperature changes in polar deserts frequently cross the freezing point of water. Let us learn the deserts one by one. Coming to North America, it is the Great Basin Desert. It lies between the Sierra Nevada and Wasatch Range. It is a temperate desert with hot, dry summers and snowy winters. The desert spawns a large part of the state of Nevada and extends into the western Utah, eastern California, and Idaho. The desert is one of the 4 biologically defined deserts in North America, in addition to the Mojave, Sonoran, and Chihuahua deserts. The Sonoran Desert covers large part of the southwest US in Arizona, California, and of the northwest Mexico. It is the hottest desert in Mexico. It has an area of 260,000 square kilometers. The western portion of the US-Mexico border passes through the Sonoran Desert. California's Colorado Desert is a part of the larger Sonoran Desert. Next one is the Sechura Desert. It is located south of Piura region of Peru along the Pacific Ocean coast and inland to the foothills of Andes Mountain. Piura is a coastal region in the northwestern Peru. To the south of it lies the Peruvian Desert. Next one is the Atacama Desert. Now it is a plateau in South America, primarily in Chile, covering 1,000-kilometer strip of land on the Pacific coast, west of the Andes Mountains. It is the driest desert in the world as well as the only true desert to receive less precipitation than polar deserts. The next one is the Patagonian Desert. It is the largest desert in Argentina and it is a cold winter desert and is the 8th largest desert in the world by area. occupying 6,73,000 square kilometers. It is located primarily in Argentina with small parts in Chile and is bounded by the Andes to its west and the Atlantic Ocean to its east in the region of Patagonia, southern Argentina. In this desert, the temperature rarely exceeds 12 degrees Celsius and averages just 3 degrees Celsius. The region experiences about 7 months of winter and 5 months of summer. Frost is not uncommon in the desert, but due to the very dry conditions, year-round snow is rare. Next we come to Africa. Here it is the Sahara. It is the largest hot desert and the third largest desert in the world after Antarctica and the Arctic. It has an area of 92 lakh square kilometers and its area is comparable to the area of China and United States. Next one is the Namib. Now Namib is a coastal desert in southern Africa. It is often referred to as the world's oldest desert and has been in existence for some 43 million years, remaining unchanged in its present form for the last 2 million years. Next one is the Kalahari Desert. It is a large semi-arid sandy savanna in southern Africa extending for 9 lakh square kilometers, covering much of Botswana, parts of Namibia and regions of South Africa. The next one is the Danakil Desert. It is a desert in northeast Ethiopia, southern Eritrea and northwestern Djibouti, situated in the Upper Triangle. It stretches across 1,36,956 square kilometers of arid terrain. The area is known for its volcanoes and extreme heat, with daytime temperatures surpassing 50 degrees Celsius. Less than an inch of rainfall occurs each year. The Danakil Desert is one of the lowest and hottest places on earth. It is inhabited by a few Afar who engage in salt mining. The next one is the Arabian Desert. It is a vast desert wilderness in Western Asia. It stretches from Yemen to the Persian Gulf and Oman to Jordan and Iraq. It occupies most of the Arabian Peninsula with an area of 23 lakh 30,000 square kilometers. It is the fourth largest desert in the world and the largest in Asia. At its center is the Rub Khali, one of the largest continuous bodies of sand in the world. Next one is the Syrian Desert, also known as the Hamad. It is a combination of steppe and desert covering 5 lakh square kilometers of the Middle East, including parts of southeastern Syria, northeastern Jordan and northern Saudi Arabia and western Iraq. To the south it borders and merges into the Arabian Desert. The next one is the Karakum Desert, also spelled Karakum and Garagum. It is a desert in Central Asia. Its name means black sand in Turki language, in references to the dark soil that lies beneath the sandy surface of much of the desert. It occupies about 70% or 3,50,000 square kilometers of the area of Turkmenistan. The Kizilkum Desert is the 16th largest desert in the world. Its name means red sand in Turkic language. The next one is the Taklamakan Desert. It is a desert in northwest China. It is bounded by the Kunlun Mountains to the south, the Pamir Mountains and Tin Sha to the west and north, and the Gobi Desert to the east. The Taklamakan Desert has an area of 3,37,000 square kilometers, making it slightly smaller than Germany, and includes the Tarim Basin, which is 1,000 kilometers long and 400 kilometers wide. It is crossed at its northern and at its southern edge by two branches of the Silk Road as travelers sought to avoid the arid wasteland. It is the world's second largest shifting sand desert, with about 85% made up of shifting sand dunes, ranking 16th in size in a ranking of the world's largest deserts. Next one, the Gobi Desert. It is a vast arid region in northern China and southern Mongolia. It is known for its dunes, mountains, and rare animals such as snow leopards and Bactrian camels. The next one is the Thar Desert. It is also known as the Great Indian Desert. It is a large arid region in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent that covers an area of 2 lakh square kilometers and forms a natural boundary between India and Pakistan. Now we come to Australia. Here we have the Great Victorian Desert. The Great Victorian Desert is the largest desert in Australia. It is a sparsely populated desert in Western and Australia. Next one, the Great Sandy Desert. It is located in the northwest of Western Australia, straddling the Pilbara and southern Kimberley region. It is the second largest desert in Australia. The Gibson Desert lies to the south, and the Tanami Desert lies to the east of the Great Sandy Desert. So, the Gibson Desert is a large desert that covers a large dry area in the state of Western Australia. The Simpson Desert is a large area of dry, red sandy plain and dunes in Northern Territory, Southern Australia, and Queensland in Central Australia. The Tanami Desert is a desert in Northern Australia situated in the Northern Territory and Western Australia. It has a rocky terrain with small hills. Next one are the polar deserts. Now the two largest deserts on earth are the polar areas. The Antarctic Polar Desert covers the continent of Antarctica and has a size of about 5.5 million square miles. The second largest desert is the Arctic Polar Desert. Unlike the tundra that can support plant and animal life in the summer, polar deserts are barren with permanent layers of ice. Thank you for watching.